May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the Euro USD. The Euro USD. I just put out a video 10 minutes ago for the US dollar index. Make sure you go check that out. All right. Good information there. Spent quite a bit of time going over the details on the bias. So it's going to definitely have an impact on it because we don't trade the US dollar index. We look at it as a gauge, as a measure, a indicator, if you will, for what we're going to do on the Euro USD and the Pound USD and the New Zealand dollar USD, the Aussie dollar USD, USD dollar CAD, US dollar Swiss, US dollar JPY. That's why you want to see that video. That's why I always put out the US dollar index first. Okay, go check that out. All right, now, what are we looking at? We're looking at the Euro USD. We're looking at the weekly time frame. Why am I looking at the weekly time frame? Because, as you can see, it's been thrashing about, but it's making lower lows and lower highs. All right, it's respecting highs and violating the lows, to include this one right here. This one validates a downtrend, all right, because it's a break of market structure. This was a hard break. Boom. These are indicating lower prices to come, and we're looking to see what happens after the market takes out sell-side liquidity, pushes up. We're hoping that it does not take out that high, and we can see another bearish leg. This is a different matter. This is the last high that broke structure here, that broke that market structure here. This indicates a change in the market sentiment from bullish to bearish. This is a change of character, if you want to call it that. A market structure shift. This is definitely a shift from bullish to bearish momentum, and this is the confirmation. All right, and we see that after that break, we'll wait for the pullback into this bearish leg, right? And we see that there are imbalances here, and the market went right to one of those imbalances, found the resistance, and pushed down. We had a pullback. Now, we are still within this high and this low. So this is all internal high, internal low, internal high that respected that high as these highs were respected and pushed down and took out this very important low right there. You understand? This is where the market changed character from bullish to bearish. All right, and we have a significant break here. We have a descending channel, just like we have the opposite on the US dollar index chart, and we'll wait for that pullback into this bearish leg, and we want to see that this high are continue to be respected, so that we can say, all right, we're confirming here that the market is just bearish. It's validating the bearish sentiment. You understand? The market pulled up, pulled back, pulled up, and we respected it. It's respected that old high, and it is at the resistance line of this bearish, descending channel. And that's where I was looking for several months now. If you've been paying attention to my videos, you know I've been looking for that move that will indicate the market is about to change character once again from bullish to bearish sentiment. All right, and what did we get? We have this buy side liquidity clearing wick up here. All right, and then for that week, and then which was a bearish indication after a rally, you see a wick like that, you go, uh-oh, and then the market plummeted down and took out the low of this consolidation. Just like I pointed in the other video that the market for the US dollar broke the high of a consolidation. We broke the low here. This here was the signal that the market is changing character. And you wait for that pullback into what? See this bearish fair value gap here? Uh, I was, if you've been on my videos, you know I've been looking at that. I was looking at that. I said, watch to see how the market reacts to it. We did not close above it here. We did not close above it here. We went into consolidation. Aha. We closed right at that line, didn't we? All right. And then the market went bearish and swept the sell side liquidity here into a bullish fair value gap. I said, yeah, that's it right there. Wait for the pullback. We wait for the pullback into that bearish fair value gap. And it's been down since, and we're going to see more down to come. I told you last week, just last week in the last video, that I have two bearish targets. All right. Two sell side liquidity targets below this low and below these relative equal lows. And you're like, what relative equal lows? Let's go to the, we'll go to the daily and it'll be more obvious. But this low was the important one to be looking at. And then we had these lows here. This is the low that is going to confirm. This is the low that is going to confirm that the market is set for a longer term bearish run. Okay. The lower high here, the fact that the market failed to make a new higher high, failed. This is a swing failure, and then we're coming towards that the last low. This low failed to make a new high. That means it becomes a liquidity target, folks, and we are heading towards that liquidity. All right, I told you, I did. So not to say, oh, I'm so wise and everything. I'm just saying I'm reading structure. I'm reading what the market is giving us. That's all, and I'm trying to make sure that you know how to do it. Okay, that's all. Okay, now look at how the weekly candle closed. We closed well below the previous weekly candle. All right, well below that, right? And we swept liquidity, didn't we? All right. I also want you to notice that the high and low were both swept. First the high and then the low was swept, traded through, and closed below. This is a outside candle. All right, outside bar, excuse me, as opposed to an inside bar, like I explained on the U.S. dollar index video just 15 minutes ago. This is the breakout. This is the breakout. I'm waiting for the market to pull back a little bit into maybe coming towards this the previous week low. All right, I'm looking for that low to maybe see a pullback towards it, but not too much higher than that. I'm talking about as a limit. All right, we pull back into that, and this will make a very nice area to short. Well, you wait for the sell model to form on the lower time frame, like the daily, like the 1 hour, and then you look for that entry on your lower time frame, like the 15 or 5 minutes, because once it hits that POI, that place of interest, this is where you want to take your low. All right, and where are we heading towards? Relative equal lows again. Isn't that interesting? All right, let's go. These are the relative equal lows I was referring to. 1, 2, and I said last week that we were going to hit that. We hit both targets, just like I said we were going to hit them, the buy side liquidity targets on the U.S. dollar index. All right, and we hit both of them. So this actually gets a touchdown. All right, we got that one. We got that one. This one, they're not relevant now, but you expect some kind of pullback after that. And where's the pullback to? We have sell, and we buy to sell wicks here. All right, that boom, boom, boom. That area here, that high, is a very attractive liquidity point because it's at the beginning of the fair value gap. All right, that is an imbalance, and the market loves to rebalance that which is imbalanced. Okay, but this area here, right where the close and the open is very significant. I'm going to be looking at that market right there. I'm going to be looking at the market right there to see if the market gives us 1-2 days into it. All right, so I can see how the market reacts once it reaches there. All right, but my new target is down here. Boom, boom. We haven't hit that target yet, but I do believe by the end of next week we should be hitting it. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, oh, there you go. All right, so this is going to be the new target for the week. Let me put a liquidity target right there. All right, what do we take care of? We're going to, there's another one down here. So I do like this overall as my my targets for the week ahead. And we may pull back 3 or 4 days. We may pull into a consolidation here. All right, because of core PCE coming on Thursday. Let me see here. Right there. Core PCE for the US dollar index. There it is. All right, on the 25th. So we may see some consolidation there, and then a breakout after that. All right, so there's a chance we may not hit the lowest target, but I'm pretty sure we're going to come down towards it, and that'll be a one to ride until both targets are taken. All right, so maybe because it happens at the end of the week, that's when we get our breakout. We'll see if we get a nice long candle there on Thursday and Friday following. But these are the weekly targets that I'm looking at for sell side liquidity. Okay, I love the fact that there is a fair value gap here, a bearish fair value gap that the market could come back for internal range liquidity. So we may see, if I can find it. All right, we may see the market come up and then down into that, and that's right at that area I just pointed out on the weekly time frame, where the old week, the week previous, 2 weeks ago, that low could come into play. I'm definitely looking for a pullback. And wanting to see if we can get a sell model to form there. This is the 1 hour time frame, and you can see these lows here. The market already pierced those, pulled back into that, and came down here. I would love to see if the market comes up into this and gives me a sell model. That's fine, but if we come up to the high, this is optimal. You understand? Optimal trade entry. This is optimal. If we go to that high here, right? I don't want to do that. I want to do it the opposite way. All right, let me see. This is the highest point. All right, and you see the overlap for the 618, 705, 786. This is the optimal trade entry areas. I would love for the market to come back up here to that high. I would love it. That would be great. But if it doesn't, if it only gets this high after taking out this old high here, all right, this local high, and we go into this fair value gap, and the market gives us the sell model, I would take that to the lows and down to my weekly targets. But this is the area I would prefer, because I think you have the highest probability of a successful short from up here. All right, as the market is in premium prices and not in discount anymore. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you go check out the US dollar index video, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the pound USD, and I'll see you there. Hey, may profits be upon you.